welcome to our segment at BME Stories, where we talk to team members and clients of Business Marketing Engine. On this show, we'll get to know our guests on a more personal level, from experiences to lessons in life that help them to get where they are right now. So, if you like the sound of that, join me, your host Wally, as we welcome Christian Florida. How are you, Christian?
Hi, Wally. Now I am nervous. Look at that intro. It's amazing. So I'm happy to be on the show. This is amazing. I'm super excited and thank you for having me.
Sure. Well, to start with the questions, let's get the ball rolling. So, may I know when did you start at BME?
It's funny because I started with BME 2 years ago and I was an I originally applied as an executive assistant for Gabe, the CEO. And I got a chance to be in a lot of places and meet a lot of
Huh?
people. So it's amazing. Yeah,
Okay. So, did you do any similar role before at BME?
not really. What I had before is far different from what I had joined after before joining BME. So I was with sales support.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a territory account manager before. We're selling digital, not digital, but physical computer parts to people and to end users. And so then during those years, I was actually working on an office-based environment. And during that time, I was like, I'm nervous to actually take a leap of faith in staying at home, working at home, because I know this is it. Like this is 21st century. I'm excited to do it. So it's far different. Going back to your question, it's far different from what I applied for BME. So it's exciting.
Sounds good. Such a rich and vast experience, Christian. But for sure, you first met BME, so it is very alien to you for sure. So, what was your first impression of BME?
Actually, it's totally just like what I've mentioned earlier. It's totally different environment being in an office space and being working at home. So I was actually expecting, I was actually expecting different scenario, working in an office and working at home. But my expectations to be on me is because I am from sales, and my personality is kind of a little bit bubbly and like always happy. So I was expecting that actually BME team is somewhat similar to what I had before,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily I was able to get that satisfaction of my expectation to the team. So it's amazing. It's a great journey for me.
That's good for you. So, somewhat your impressions are accurate as to
Yes,
what you are right now at BME, right?
absolutely. So it's like, hey, this is fun here. This is so, this is so exciting to do, and everything else is wonderful. Every people that I meet is actually amazing. Like getting a chance to work with these people is a plus factor for me. So it's amazing.
All right. So, for sure, all leaders were apprentices before they get there. So, when you were starting, who was your go to person instead of you scratching your head for 5 minutes?
Yes, what I like about PME is like the 5 minute rule. And this is funny because when I was accepted in BME on the team 2 years ago, I had a chance to work directly to Gabe Arnold, to the CAO, and I am the back door for him. Like I'm the back door, I'm the front door, getting things along the way, and he is actually my go-to person. I am so lucky that I was able to meet him as a CEO just because I'm working directly to him. So every questions that I have, I remember that when I started, I'm the only Filipino person who's actually on the team. So it's a great opportunity. It's been an honor, a great honor working with him directly because I can ask a lot of things. Perks of working with the CEO.
That's great to hear. So, really, it is a privilege to be in close connection or working establishment with your boss for sure. And how was your role with BME or with Cape? So, was it interchanging? Was the set of expectations or work scope were clear?
Yes, absolutely. So we are actually part of this group training at Sharfin. Now we call that simple operating systems. And one of the best learnings that I learned from that group is letting go of the things that you are the best with, like the things that you are expert with. My expectation, it was highly regarded, like my role is amazing. It varies every single day. It's very exciting because I get a chance to work with different people, a lot of personalities, a lot of exciting projects. So really is my stay is somewhat wonderful with the team. So I'm super grateful.
Right? I can see in your face that you're still overjoyed as to having found BME. So I'm really happy for you, Christian. So I just want to ask as well, what was the project that you really enjoyed working on the most?
Right now, I was privileged to be assigned in the HR department, and to say this from total honesty from the bottom of my heart, it's really amazing to work with people. So there's a lot of ups and downs when it comes to connecting with different personalities, but it's there. Like always meeting people, connecting with people, talking to them, learning about their experiences, learning about their stories, even simple joys. It's amazing for me. Like it's a joy to my heart every single day that I'm being connected to one of you, each one of you guys. It's totally different. So I am privileged to be in this position, and I'm super happy and super thankful.
Yeah, we are too as well, Christian. Okay, so how do you focus personally on your work, given that you're working remotely, right? So
Great.
there are a lot of distractions. Your baby is perhaps crying all the time at his age, but how do you cope with?
Yeah, for me, it's just simple. I follow a routine. Routine is super important for me. When I'm training people, like when I'm training team members specifically on the admin side of the company, I usually tell them that we need to establish a routine to make sure that we are paving ways to success. I truly believe on that situation, or on that knowledge, on that part. So for me to keep me focused on what I'm doing every single day, usually if you can see my calendar, I'm doing proactive planning. Like my calendar view is always on a week
Hmm.
view, not just on a day view. So I can plan what is happening on the next day or 2 days after. And then even my tabs are grouped from left to right. If you can see, my very first tab is always the calendar, followed by the email, and then followed by all the tools that we are using, along with my folders in my toolbar. It is actually grouped to what I'm actually using them. For example, I'm using them for admin. I'm using them for onboarding, things like that. So that is actually keeping me sane of all the things that is happening. So it's amazing. It's a great journey.
All right. So how do you do during your leisure time on weekends when it's not time to work, at least to shake the dust off your feet?
Yeah, it's exciting to always be with my kids. I have a newborn, 6 months right now, and the smell of the neck is so amazing. So I
Oh,
have to
that
tell
was
you that.
fast. The last time I knew that your baby was just born, right? Now
Yes,
it's
6 months.
already 6 months. That's way too fast, Christian. So better catch up. Right.
I
So
agree.
just want to check as well. This is already a new year. So what scares you the most for this year? So can you share something?
Right now, to be perfectly honest, being in what I do, what scares me the most is that I am afraid of being stagnant, of not learning things that I am capable of learning. That is for me, on a personal perspective. With the work perspective, I am actually afraid when I'm thinking that our target is to be like to have an additional what 80, 90 people on our team, and that scares me the most. Why? Because it entails a lot of things. Yes, it's growing, it's positive, but of course, along with that, there's there's a process that needs to undergo, and that really makes me exciting. Every time that I'm waking up, coming to work, I'm always excited, but still it scares me the most. So
Very good. So one of the things that I learned in the places that I worked with before, so it's good to know that we place company goals ahead of our personal goals. So for sure, we have the company goals, but what is your personal goal as you would tell?
continuous learning has always been part of me. Like, just like what I mentioned to you a while ago, it's a great opportunity for me to learn more about myself, about my career, about what I do in everything that I do. So it actually is my goal coming forward for 2022, and that really is an amazing thing that I'm looking forward to.
That's great. So Aristotle once said, "He learns well, he who knows how to distinguish well." But what do you think would be your biggest opportunity in learning? You mentioned you want to learn, but what do you think to see it coming?
The great opportunity for me to learn is not just about the processes, the flows, and the books and the things that is in there written, but also communicating and building great relationship with people. So when I'm building relationship, I'm learning a lot of things, not just from the processes, from the structure, of course, but also getting to know each and every individual person. You get a lot of chance to learn a lot of things from there, that alone. So really is an amazing part of the learning process.
Great. So it was a great conversation with you, Christian. So that's all for now, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this basic conversation, a glimpse of the lives of our people in BME, and for sure we have client conversations in the future. So stay tuned and see you on the next streaming of BME Stories.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
Wally.